Hey guys, welcome back to another review, and following the theme of the retro collection, I am going to pick out of the box and let's find out who we choose. Alrighty, good old Chewbacca. Even more nostalgic now because of the passing of Peter Mayhew, who I'm really sad to see go. I met him in real life, and Chewbacca was my favorite character, so out of the losses we've had for Star Wars, this one has been the saddest for me. But nonetheless, he lives on through lots of memorabilia and memories through fans and his family and stuff. So without further ado, here's Chewbacca. So he comes on the new retro card back that is designed to look like the original 1977 early bird figures, with some exceptions. Obviously, this giant retro sticker was not there at this time, as well as the wear and tear on the sides that's purposely printed that I'm not a huge fan of because it takes away from the crispness and cleanness of this figure. Mine came a little bit damaged in the corners, you can tell. Luckily, I'm not keeping these in box, so I don't care, but be wary because this is still made out of very thin cardboard, just like the originals, so you're going to get some bent ones. Hopefully you can find some nice mint ones. I'm on the hunt for mint ones as well, so... we also have the back of the card, which is just showing some information about the figure and doesn't look very original to me. Lots of pointless information there. So without further ado, let's get into opening Chewbacca. So I noticed when opening this figure, looking closer, hopefully you can see it in his bubble, but there is a bit of brown paint on the bubble. So I'm like, we're going to have a paint error. But actually, when removing it from the bubble, the bandolier looks nice and clean, so that's kind of funny. I don't know what happened there, but we are thankful that it didn't rub off. So here is Chewbacca out of the package, and he is really, really clean and shiny. He does, however, come with a bowcaster, so let's go ahead and show you this before we get into the figure. So Chewbacca's bowcaster is really interesting. I'm still not 100% sure how this figure holds this weapon. There's a bar that I think goes over his arm to help secure it, but there's obviously no cross here. Everything looks pretty accurate other than obviously the huge difference that makes it a crossbow, so it ends up looking a little bit awkward. I guess just originally in the 70s when they made this figure, they didn't have the technology to really make this appropriate, and actually as I speak now, it's totally the way he holds it, just like that. So you've got a little arm bar that goes over it so that he holds it correctly, which helps it stay secure in his hand as well, and actually I think looks pretty cool. I don't know with my original one if I have the bowcaster or not, because I feel like I've never figured this out. So there's that, looks pretty good, nice black. The original accessories, I think a lot of them were dark navy, but somebody who has the original figures would have to confirm that the bowcaster was navy or black, I don't know. We get into like little tiny details when it comes to these figures on like what's the same, what's different. So there's a lot, so just be prepared for that. Here is Chewbacca, and he looks really nice. It looks like Hasbro got the eye paint really, really good. It's very clean looking to me, for the most part. I mean, it is tiny. But overall, the face application looks very nice and clean. The bandolier, as we discussed earlier, also looks really nice and crisp. Here it is from the back. And then, of course, he's got his little satchel on the side, which looks good, too. I like that little hunk of Chewbacca fur covering the bag. That's the fun thing about these retro review figures, retro review, here I go again. Retro reviews are my videos, retro collection. The fun thing about the retro collection is that you're seeing these figures brand new, and for me personally, I've actually missed a lot of details that were on the original figures that my older versions don't have. So like my Chewbacca, the fur is rubbed off here, and so I didn't actually know he had a little tuft of fur that went over his bag. That's really cute to me. So this is another figure though that is only 4 point of articulation because his head is sculpted on. Understandably, Hasbro did not know how to do a swivel head with Chewbacca hair. I mean, if you're visualizing it with me, it would be super, super creepy. So best they just left that solid like that. So we do have articulation in the arms and in the legs, and they're both just swivel. On the back of the legs, we also do have some information that just kind of gives it away so that it is a retro collection figure and not an original collection figure. So if you're interested in these, they are at Target for $9.99 starting May 12th, I think. You might have to ask in the back to see if they have them. My Targets are horrible about getting stock to the front, as well. I'm sure most most of y'all's are. I think for overseas people, it's coming a little bit later, so in the fall. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you like this review. Stay tuned, guys. I'm still doing videos over the retro collection, and stick around, and we'll see who we choose next from the box. And as always, thank you so much for watching, guys, and have a great day. Bye.